How are we doing on the cancer journey? Our cancer journey. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna, Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I do share with you my perspective on different topics. I hope you like, share, subscribe. All 5 channel names are pinned to the top of the comments section or the description box below with all fresh and new content on each channel. Well. As you all know, I've been talking about a lot of different new topics that a little bit different from my general motivation, inspiration, and wisdom. And I'm kind of narrowing it on specific topics now, more so than a general wisdom, as I call it. And like I said, I don't give advice or suggestions or information or anything like that. I just share with you my perspective or my journey or whatever. As many of you know, my husband was diagnosed with cancer about 6-7 months ago, and it has been a real journey in those last 6 or 7 months. My husband is 5 years younger than me. We're very much into fitness and health and taking care of our bodies, so it was a total shock to us when he developed a sudden cough that just wouldn't go away. And then, long story short, you have to go back and look at all the videos to go back through the details. I'm not going to do. But shortly thereafter, we discovered that he had a mass in his chest and a couple different masses. And they couldn't operate, so they had to do massive doses of chemotherapy. You hear a lot of mixed responses from a lot of different people about chemotherapy, and I have my own viewpoints, and my husband had his viewpoints, and never at any point in time did I tell him how he should do his treatment. I just told him what my thoughts were, and then it was up to him, and he chose chemotherapy. And presently, he's done with chemotherapy. Been done for about 2 months. When they told him that was it, that's all that they could do. It was brutal chemotherapy. He had heavy doses of chemotherapy, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. Oh my gosh, it was awful. He was so brave, so courageous, and kept such a positive attitude. And during that time, as you all know, if you go back and look at the videos, I took sick, and that was, I'm fine now, but I was sick for about 2 months, and we believe that it was an allergic reaction. And you can kind of go back and scan through the cancer videos or the when I was sick videos or whatever. And I'm doing super duper now, and let's hope that continues right along. And along with my husband getting better and better and better. So anyhow, his cancer was a pretty not good one, let's put it that way. And so after he came off the chemotherapy and they said, this is it for right now, we really can't do any more right now. You've already had the chemotherapy and you can only have so much of that. We can't do surgery, we can't do radiation. And so my husband and I, we sat down and we kind of pieced together a very holistic way of eating, and we kind of came up with our own specific way to eat. Now, I'm not going to go into detail because I don't give recommendations and advice or anything like that, but because he had already done everything he could with chemotherapy and with what the doctors had wanted, and there was nothing more left at this time for them to do beyond monitoring, we decided that we were going to eat the healthiest and stay extremely positive through this journey. And so it's not just a diet, it's a lifestyle. It's everything we do is about being well and staying well, whether it's the foods that we eat. We are on specific foods, and there's foods that we don't eat. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you which ones we eat, which ones we don't eat. I'm just going to share with you that we do eat certain foods and certain foods that we don't eat, but I don't recommend or not recommend anything to anybody. Everybody's situation is different. Everyone is different. And I believe in always listening to the right doctors, the competent doctors that know what they're talking about, and always being under the medical supervision of your doctor. I believe in that. And that's how my husband continues on as well. And yet, with the approval of his doctor, we've gone on this very healthy way of eating. Well, since then, his tumors have reduced quite a bit in size, and they have probably reduced a total of 75%. Now, quite a bit of that was after the chemotherapy had been finished. And so it was a while after, maybe they took the CAT scan or MRI or whatever it was that they took. I'm not sure what test they took, that determined that the tumors had shrunk quite a bit more after that. So whether that was a result of the chemotherapy that he had taken from months back, or whether it was the diet and the healthy lifestyle that we're on, or whether it was a combination of both, we have no idea. We are just grateful for the improvement. My husband feels great. He has been going running. Not quite like he was before. He was a runner. I'm a runner. I'm a walker, runner, and waddler. I told my husband, you can run, walk, and waddle like I do. And so he does a little bit of combination of all of it. But he's feeling really good. And he's sticking to our healthy lifestyle. And of course, he's listening to his doctors and, consulting his doctors as well. And so this has been a journey. It has been a very challenging and a very difficult journey. But we are doing super. We are doing super. Have I learned a tremendous amount? And has he learned a tremendous amount? And has our family learned a tremendous amount? Absolutely. I think this is a life-changing event. It redirects you. Crisis redirects you in your life in ways that not much else does. And so this has redirected us significantly in our lives, but in a very positive way. How we see the world, what our priorities are. We always had our priorities in line, but I think that they're now more in line than they've ever been. So my husband is doing really well. I've recovered. I've bounced back. You'll have to kind of go and watch those videos. There's a lot of them on cancer. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of new topics about a lot of different subjects. And but I just wanted to kind of keep you all updated. My husband's doing super, I'm doing super, and we continue to roll right along. Keep your faith. Those months during the chemotherapy and me being sick, and he was so sick, I have to tell you, they were very challenging and very difficult months for us. But we kept our faith, we kept our hope. My husband stayed very hopeful, very positive, more so than I probably did. And we just kept rolling along. And we are here today. And I never take any day for granted. I cherish each and every day that we have. So go back and take a look at those videos, if you will. And you might have to sift through all my other videos too, because I'm coming up with a lot of new topics. Well, anyhow, from my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.